Hey friends, welcome to Monday Motivation. I am so excited for this upcoming week as we stay in pursuit of wisdom. As our national community is digging into this book of Proverbs, it has been absolutely awesome. And this week, one verse that really stood out to me is about how God doesn't just teach us wisdom, He trains us in wisdom. And so here's what it says in Proverbs chapter 3. It says, "My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, or be weary of His reproof. For the Lord reproves him whom He loves, as a father, the son in whom He delights." Now, I don't know about you, but when I go through seasons of training or discipline with God, I don't feel like God loves me in that moment. It's painful. It's not pleasant. And sometimes I can wrestle with why this is even happening. But this verse really speaks into the reality that God loves us enough to discipline us, to train us. It brings me back to a time when I was playing college hockey at one of the leading universities in the nation at the time in the hockey community. And I was a senior athlete. The puck is coming around the boards and it literally hits something in the ice. It bounces 2 feet over my stick, goes to the other team. The other team walks to the middle and almost scores. And in this moment, for me at Miami University, the coaches would have hounded me. Every single mistake like this, they would have hounded me for years. But in this moment, they didn't correct me. In fact, they looked at me, they shook their head at me, they turned their back on me, and they skated away. And I'll tell you, their lack of discipline in that moment was infinitely worse than every time they had corrected me diligently and intently over the previous 4 years. And what they communicated to me is that, Steph, you're no longer worth our time. If we discipline you, it's not even going to make that big a difference. Like, you don't even matter anymore. We don't care anymore. We're giving up on you. So their lack of discipline communicated this massive lack of love and this lack of belief. And it was infinitely worse than every time they had corrected me for years before. And so going back to Proverbs chapter 3, the Lord disciplines the one He loves. And it brings me actually to this verse too in Hebrews chapter 12, where it says, "It is for discipline that you have to endure. God is treating you as sons. For what son is there whom his father does not discipline? For the moment, all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields a peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it." Look at that last line. To those who have been trained by it. This is what God does. He loves us enough to train us, to discipline us, to correct us, because He cares for us, and because He loves us, He trains us. So friends, whatever you're going through this week, if you're in a season right now that is really, really hard, stay encouraged. God loves you, and He loves you enough to train you in wisdom. He loves you enough to not just teach you principles of wisdom, but to train you in them so that the junk comes out of your life and the good, right, and true characteristics of wisdom come into your life. So stay encouraged. God is with us. God loves us. He is training us as His sons and daughters. And friends, we're going to win the week with this perspective. I can't wait to see what God does. Let's stay on offense. Here we go.